If you think being called a nobody hurts, imagine standing in a room full of rich executives while your own wife pretends she barely knows you. I walked into that party planning to reveal a secret that would shock everyone. But before I could say a word, someone else changed everything. My name is Daniel Carter. I was 38 years old, 6 feet tall, with dark hair beginning to turn gray around the edges. I wasn't the flashy type. I preferred simple shirts, quiet places, and staying away from attention. Most people who met me assumed I was an ordinary guy with an average life, and that assumption usually worked in my favor. My wife, Emily, was 34, beautiful, ambitious, and worked as a senior marketing director at a rapidly growing tech company called Nexus Dynamics. She had bright blue eyes and a smile that made people trust her instantly. 3 years ago, when Nexus was struggling and close to shutting down, I secretly invested most of my savings into it through a private deal arranged by one of the founders, an old friend from college. That investment eventually grew into ownership of 80% of the company. Nobody knew. Not Emily. Not her co-workers. Not anyone except the founder and a few lawyers. I wanted to tell Emily many times, but I kept waiting for the perfect moment. Then came the annual company celebration. I thought maybe this was it. I wore a clean black suit and drove us to the luxury hotel downtown. Emily looked stunning in a red dress, but she seemed nervous during the ride. "Tonight is important," she said while checking her makeup in the mirror. I smiled. I know. As we entered the ballroom, music played softly while executives laughed and held glasses of champagne. Crystal lights hung from the ceiling, making everything shine. Emily suddenly stepped a little away from me. Then I noticed something strange. Whenever she saw someone important approaching, she'd introduce herself alone. Not us. Her alone. A few minutes later, a man walked over. Tall, expensive watch, perfect smile. Ryan Mitchell, the CEO. Emily immediately lit up. "Ryan," she said. He hugged her a little too comfortably. Then he looked at me. "And who is this?" Emily hesitated. For a second. "Just 1 second. Oh, this is Daniel." "Just Daniel." "No, my husband." No introduction. Nothing. Ryan smirked. "Nice to meet you." Then he leaned closer. "You know, Emily talks about work constantly. Funny thing is, I don't remember hearing about you." They both laughed lightly. I forced a smile. Maybe I was overthinking it. Then things got worse. As the night continued, I watched Emily stay close to Ryan. Too close. Laughing at every joke, touching his arm, ignoring me. At one point, I walked toward them and heard Ryan speaking. "Emily deserves someone successful, someone who understands her world." He looked directly at me. "No offense." People around them chuckled. Emily didn't defend me, not once. My chest felt heavy. I had planned this whole evening differently. I had imagined taking the stage and surprising everyone. But now, I wanted answers. Suddenly, Ryan walked onto the stage. He raised his glass. "Tonight we celebrate another incredible year. Soon we'll also announce our majority owner joining us publicly." The room erupted into applause. Emily's eyes widened. "Oh my God," she whispered. "I've been dying to meet them." Ryan smiled confidently. "We've never met in person, but tonight changes that." Then he looked toward the entrance. Only, the founder wasn't looking at the door. He was looking at me. He walked directly across the room. Past Ryan, past everyone, straight to me. Then he smiled. "There you are, Daniel." The room became silent. Ryan looked confused. The founder took the microphone. "Everyone, I'd like you to meet the man who saved this company years ago, the owner of 80% of Nexus Dynamics." My wife slowly turned toward me. Her face lost all color. "No," she whispered. Ryan looked like someone punched him in the stomach. Emily stared at me with shaking eyes. "You own the company?" I looked at her quietly. Then I remembered every moment tonight. Every ignored conversation. Every fake smile. Every second she acted embarrassed of me. I looked around the room. Then at Ryan. Then at Emily. And I said 4 words. "You forgot one thing." I paused. "I'm also her husband." The silence that followed felt louder than every sound in that ballroom. If you want, I can also make future stories even more. Reddit Revenge audiobook. Style with stronger cliffhangers and higher retention pacing.